Just some ideas as I'm riffing here in my head on the way to the shop. Talking about boutique. We're talking about humanity. We're talking about what you're supporting with boutique. You're supporting people. You're supporting the community, people that serve this industry. Now, there's gradations of boutique. There's mom and pop, of course. There's people with a real passion, and you certainly have to have real passion for boutique. There's people that innovate and actually truly create. There's people that long to be innovators and be creators, but the short path is to buy kits, right? You could buy a kit. There's no R&D. You just teach yourself to solder. You are building and constructing, but you're not really advancing the craft. Looks good, sounds good, no R&D, easy path. So what's boutique or mom and pop about is that you built it yourself. And you know what? I'm not going to fault that. I'm going to celebrate that. But I'm going to call it what it is. Because innovators should not be outshined by the sweet marketing of a kit builder with money. Okay? I'm just going to call it what it is. I'm going to leave it there. You get humanity with boutique. How about perceptions that are in my head that I just want to get out? Third Power does high gain. Okay, you know, Jamie's trying to do high gain because Friedman's doing millions of dollars in high gain. You want to go get a piece of that, right? So that's business motivation. The concept of, hey, the fish are biting over there, you better swim your boat, you better, swim or row your boat over there if you're going to catch a fish. Okay, I get that. That's certainly, those dots connect real easy. It makes a lot of sense. For me, high gain came about because we were going to be sharing a NAMM booth with Rocket Pedals, and it turns out a guitar company called Nags Guitars was also a part of the booth. I did my research. Nags Guitars sells to people that love great, beautiful instruments, and chances are they're very familiar with high gain, right? Endorsed artists like Steve Stevens. How about, well, let's throw in Doug Rappaport, one of the greatest guitar players, certainly one of my favorites of the last 10 to 15 years. Love that guy. So we're going to share a booth with them. We're from Nashville. We don't do high gain. Best we do is like a Dream 50 Plexi or a Dreamweaver. Crunchy. Certainly no modern Plexi voicing there. That's just straight up hot rodded Plexi, overdriven with just some gain on the front end. So my whole thing is serve the market, delight everybody, just overwhelm people with passion. And we've heard golden customer service from us. We're all about service. I've had customers have a problem with an amp. They know our reputation, and they apologize to me because it's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm having a problem. They just don't want to make my life tough. And I'm like, look, we got your back. When you got a problem with a Third Power amp, it is my opportunity to prove I care for you. And we prove it time and time again. I'm sorry for the sidetrack. So here we are, sharing a booth with Nags. Rocket Pedal doesn't need high gain. They do pedals. They want a Woolly. They want an American Dream. They want something like that. Pedal platform. Let's go. Nags, on the other hand, they make an absolutely refined instrument that has to be plugged directly into a tube. I love pedals. Someday I want to do a pedal that feels like tubes when you're plugged in. I'll teach myself how to do that. But for now, we make amps. And Nags needs a tremendous higher gain amplifier from us for the NAMM booth, right? This is last winter NAMM a year ago. And so I endeavor to try to delight and be a fantastic man booth partner for Nags and for their guitar players. Now, on a personal side, let's unpack that I'm mourning the loss of my father, who had died just a couple of months before. I didn't realize how broken I was from the death of the passing of my father. Lots and lots of struggle going on inside, personally, from mourning to just dealing with life. And so what you get with Boutique is you get humanity, you get life. In the case of me and Third Power, I was Citizen Gain, the platform. You know what? That's like my heart and soul. That's my life. That's my entire essence. How is that possible? How is an amp that? Anybody out there that's lost a parent or lost someone close to them knows how devastating and how deep that goes. And you know what? For the last year and a half, the Citizen Gain, a little over the last year, the Citizen Gain platform has been my therapy. It's been my place to pour my heart and soul. It's been my place to cry. It's been my place to create. It's been my place to wring out every ounce of what it means for me to be alive, be a human, be a dad, be a friend, be a husband, be a mentor to the young men that work with me at Third Power, to the children that I coach football. It's been my most difficult year. It's turning into a 2016, see ya, send off. That's great. But Citizen Gain was not a business opportunity. It was a serve first. Turns out it was a save my soul. It was a everything. So, I'll wrap all this up. I got an email from a guy who was straight up honest, most honest email ever. Hey, Third Power, I live in the Nashville area. I just got a Kemper. Do you mind if I come over and profile your new Citizen Gain and whatever other amps you might have? Question mark, right? That person innocently just wants tone. And you can imagine I'm guffawing a little bit, right? I can't even believe the gall at that. But it's not that person's fault. I'm friends with Michael Britt, and we've talked about doing a profile pack together. But you know what? Whenever there's a profile pack that I do in conjunction with someone like Michael Britt, you know what? It'll be sanctioned. It'll have my flesh in there to just profile an amp and away you go, and have it not officially come from that source. You know what? It may sound pretty good. It may even be convincing. It may make some people happy. It may fool other people. It may be workable in the hands of a pro. All I can say is let's be careful not to strip away the flesh that created the thing you're profiling, right? Let's be careful as players not to strip away the flesh, because that might be all we have. At the end of the day, the flesh that writes the song, that makes the sound, that produces the record, that performs it. Let's just not lose sight of that. I know I'm all over the place. This is my stream of consciousness as I'm driving in the shop today to build an amp. And you know what? I'm going to finish the first Citizen Gain CSR 100. And it is an extraordinary amplifier. And you know what? It's an expensive amplifier. That amplifier is $39.99. It's $4,000. You can buy anything high gain. And this is high gain in our American clean. You can buy the new Mesa Boogie triple play. You can buy a Bogner. You can buy a Friedman. You can buy a Splon. You can buy a Diesel. You can buy a Kemper and load it full of packs and profiles. So, and I'm sorry if you make somebody out there does high gain and I forgot to mention you. So many, 5150, whatever. You can buy all that. Why even consider Third Power Citizen Gain CSR 100? You know what? I designed that as I was going through the most difficult time of my life. A time that'll never end, but that's manageable now. You're going to plug into that amplifier and you are going to feel something. You're going to feel love, passion. You're going to feel emotion at a deeper level than ever from an amplifier. Well, how's that possible? Well, it's because you have the emotion in you. You picked your guitar because somehow you connected with it. My amplifiers are going to tie that into a nice, yummy Tootsie Roll of awesomeness so that you can touch your audience with that emotion like never before. You're going to be able to reach into the flesh. So when you support boutique, please support boutique. You're supporting people. When you consider Third Power, just know that everything I'm creating is to touch the flesh of your audience through your soul. And you're going to get in there and you're going to be able to do that. That's what we're all about. That's what I'm about. And the Citizen Gain platform isn't some business opportunity. If it was a business opportunity, I'd have found some way to take my designs, my creations, and just try to get them as cheap as possible. Reach as many people as possible. Well, I'm making the best creations I can. And I'm not letting the dollars be the mitigating factor of how can I reach. My answer is affordable as possible. My designs are awesome. Maybe someday through modern fabrication, right? If I go circuit boards, my designs would translate. Maybe I could make them more affordable. Maybe I can make them in prices that are lower. I'm not there yet. I'm still pushing to make them as best as I can, sonically, and that tactile feel and that emotional, deep, rich human experience. So I'm not saying never, because my designs will actually, they would translate, even through modern techniques of manufacturing. I'm just not ready to go there yet. And I know I'm going on and on and on about stuff. Thanks for hanging with me. Today's a beautiful day. Shipping our first CSR 100. I can't wait. It's going to be an awesome day. You have an awesome day too. I've run out of stuff to talk about. Bye.